Hi everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is a press conference that we are convening with community leaders who are representing diverse constituencies as well as members from the Oak Creek community. And we're also expecting Senator Durban to join us shortly. I want to thank all of you for joining us, and I want to thank the members of the media as well. My name is Deepa Iyer, and I'm the Executive Director of South Asian Americans Leading Together, which is a national nonprofit organization that addresses policy issues such as civil rights and immigration affecting South Asians. And we, along with the Sikh Coalition, have put together this press conference in order to bring you two messages. As you can see behind me, the people that are here behind me, we represent diverse constituencies: African Americans, Latinos, Muslims, Arab Americans, LGBTIQ individuals, and more. And our message is that we stand strong and united against hate, and that we are ready to work together with government, with policymakers, in order to find and craft sensible solutions that will end hate crimes in our country. Senator Durban, as I mentioned, will join us shortly, but I want to go ahead and get started. He is here. So it's my pleasure to introduce Senator Dick Durban. As you all know, he's the Assistant Majority Leader. He's the Chairman of the Subcommittee on the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Human Rights. I want to thank you, Senator, on behalf of all of us and your office for convening this very important, groundbreaking hearing. And we wanted to hear from you as to what your reflections are about this hearing and what the next steps might be. Thank you.
The turnout at this hearing today, the hundreds of people who came to this hearing today, is an indication of the level of interest in this important topic. First, over the tragedy at Oak Creek, Wisconsin, where this Gurdwara was attacked by a man who killed innocent people. The testimony that we received from the son of one of those victims is something I will never forget. His message was not just one of sorrow in the loss of his mother, but his message was for all of us, because he basically reminded us that we need to stand up against all forms of discrimination. Discrimination against all religious groups, all ethnic groups, all races. America is a diverse nation, and America is prospered and is strong because of its diversity. The immigrants who come to this country make us stronger. I am the son of an immigrant, proud to be a United States Senator, and I am happy to see those who come here love this country as we do and want to be part of it. But the second message today was equally important. We cannot overlook the growth of these hate crime groups. The fact that many of them are extraordinarily well armed. They have arsenals of weapons which I think would absolutely amaze and stun many Americans. We need to have our Department of Justice, our Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Department of Homeland Security following closely. When they cross the line beyond speech into conduct, which is threatening to the American population, we need to move and move quickly. When we know that there are targeted groups and religions, we need to warn them and work with them to keep them safe. These are part of our responsibility. I also disagree with one witness. I believe the hate crimes legislation, the hate crimes law, is critically important in this country.
Yes.
I was proud when President Obama signed it into law and made it clear that there are certain crimes which go beyond the ordinary physical violence into a level of hatred that needs to be officially discouraged in America by branding it a specific crime. So I believe that the administration of the law when it comes to hate crimes and the investigation are good things for us to do as a nation so that we can stand together and defend any group that is the subject of this kind of hateful discrimination and violence. The people who have gathered with me today represent many different ethnic groups, many different religions, many different backgrounds, but we all come together with this common theme. First, sorrow for what has happened with the Sikh American community, but second, a resolution by all of us that we will work together to end this kind of discrimination and violence against any group in America. We will stand together. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Durban, for your leadership and for setting a tone here in the halls of Congress for all of us. I know that inside we heard the heartbreaking testimony of Harpreet Singh Saini, And we are also now going to be joined by Amardeep Kaleka. Amardeep is the son of the temple president, Satwam Singh Kaleka, who lost his life during that tragic day in Oak Creek on August 5th. Amardeep, thanks for joining us. And I'm wondering if you can tell us how this hearing has affected and will affect the Oak Creek Sikh community.
Thank you all for being here. Sat Sri Akal. I was getting text messages all throughout the hearing. What's going on? How's it going? What's happening? I tried to respond as quick as possible. All of Oak Creek is here with you guys right now in DC. They're highly affected. They do understand the importance of this situation, the first steps towards making change, whether they be legislative or cultural. And having that said, they do understand the challenges, and that this one step, though it is a small battle won, there's a lot of war to fight. And it's going to take every person out there, every citizen, every person who's ever been affected by a hate crime, everybody who's ever been, racially profiled or thrown under a bus or, bullied in school, to come out and say, this has got to stop. It's going to be the populace, the people that are going to change it. The people in Congress or in the Senate, they are reflections of you. And it means that we have to group together, we have to unite, we have to stand up, and this is our time to do so. Otherwise, the 6 people who were slain, my father included, would have died for not many good reasons. And there's been far too many of those tragedies over the last, 50, 60 years. And we all have to stop for a second and recognize them. I also want to say, in the last 10 years, the warning shots have been fired. They've been fired all throughout this country, whether they be at Sikh people, Muslim people, or random people in a movie theater. We all stand together as citizens of this country to stop those who are violent, who are domestic terrorists, who go out of their way to hunt and harm normal people, peace-loving people. That's what we stand up for. If you are not standing up, you're sitting down. And when you sit down, you add to the problem. So this is just a simple call out there for everybody. The hearings have started. Hopefully we can continue them, and hopefully we can move this legislation forward. Thank you so much.